Hey guys, Victor here, and today I'm going to explain to you how the fitness industry works here in Australia. But before anything else, if you like this video, please click on the subscribe button so you help us out on developing more content to help out all the personal trainers or aspiring personal trainers to make the most out of this career out there. So let's go. What we have here is basically a summary of everything that the Cert 3 and 4 in fitness can give you or can take you to. Of course, there are much more on top of this, but generally saying in terms of a fitness career, that's the things that you can start off thinking about exploring, okay? So obviously we will start here with the options of the Cert 3 in fitness, and surprisingly it can take you to a lot of places already. In fact, the Cert 3 and 4 in fitness, it's almost a combined qualification. However, some people still decide to do one cert and then after that the other cert as well. And some people even decide to stop on the Cert 3 in fitness and they are happy with that, okay? However, my suggestion is always go through both, because the knowledge of both combined, in my opinion, it's already not a lot. It's very basic, so when you end up doing the Cert 3 in fitness only, is already limiting your options and even in your knowledge a lot, unless you are very good self-studying, okay? So you finished your Cert 3 in fitness, or you're studying to be a Cert 3 qualified. What can you do? These are the options. You can be a gym instructor. What's a gym instructor? What's the difference from a gym instructor to a personal trainer? Basically, there is a lot of difference, but unfortunately, in Australia, gym instructor is almost non-existent, okay? Gym instructor is the guy who receives a client from a gym, generally works for the gym, and receives a client, performs a consultation, writes a program, takes that person through a program, and that's it. You know, he or she can still instruct and give some tips here and there, but they only see the client once upon a time, deliver the program, and is not monitoring that person on a regular basis like the personal trainer would. Which means not many gyms would pay for the gym instructor to stay there looking after clients. I don't really like this part of the market here. I'm gonna talk about it later. I think the services for people in Australia is very poor. However, the places that is a gym instructor employed, generally you don't see them working a lot culturally. Rarely you're gonna see a setup where there is someone walking around the gym floor and giving a lot of tips here and there. Normally this kind of services is paid by the client or by the member, which turns the Australian fitness industry a very capitalist industry, okay? But for some places, in particular leisure centers, you can find some gym instructing positions, and the salary can range anywhere between $25 an hour up to $40 an hour I have seen out there. So it can be an option for some people, okay? I have worked as a gym instructor in Australia and I have learned a lot out of that experience, okay? You can also be a group fitness instructor. Why would I be a group fitness instructor? Well, basically one of the most profitable ways of making some relatively good money, considering you only have your Cert 3. However, in this type of setup, you do have to go solo. What solo means? Solo means you have to go on your own journey. And honestly, guys, in this industry, you do have, I highly suggest that at some point you go on your own journey anyway. What happens as a gym instructor, as a group fitness instructor? As a group fitness instructor, you're gonna have a few shifts, a few classes that you would cover, and therefore you would at some point have a number of classes that you would be happy with and make a cash out of that. If you make a simple calculation here, the average, very much an average of a pay rate for a group fitness, which means could be a spinning class, a body pump class, a boot camp even, or even a circuit training, whatever you see on a gym group fitness timetable, those classes are paid roughly, generally, and even being a little bit conservative on this margin is about $45 an hour. Now, if you teach 6 a day, you receive roughly about $270 for 1 day. And if you turn that into a 5 days a week, we are looking at about $1,350. And if you make it a 48 weeks, giving you a month holiday if you want, you can make about $65,000 working 6 hours a day, 5 days a week, out of being a group fitness instructor only. What else can you do with your fitness industry, with your Cert 3 in fitness, is being a boot camp owner, or you can run boot camp. You can be employed by someone earning those roughly $45 and work on a boot camp, or build your own boot camp location. Why not? And this is probably one of the best and most profitable ways of getting your way around the fitness industry, okay? You can do fitness consultation and fitness tests. What does that mean? Fitness consultation and fitness tests basically means you can get someone, take their blood pressure, take some measurements, give them a general health and well-being consultation. You can perform some fitness tests if you want, strength tests, some agility tests, some endurance tests, and you can have sort of a setup where you provide that service and people can come back to you and reevaluate themselves on how they are, etc. Okay. Also, you can lean towards admin and management, even though that requires other experiences and even other qualifications. It's always good. I have done that before. I had my Cert 3 and 4 in fitness, and I became a gym manager out of these 2 qualifications because I had the good knowledge about being in a gym and running a gym. So I got something out of that as well, although I didn't enjoy that much. When you talk about admin and management, you are more on the business side of things, which I like. I just didn't like to run a gym for someone else as such. Much more than a fitness side of things, which is dealing with the person and the fitness side of things, okay? Now, understanding that, this is if you have your Cert 3 in fitness. Although I still believe the options are limited in here, there are quite a few things that you can do, okay? Now, when we move forward, and most of people, they do that, when you move forward to your Cert 4 in fitness, what happens here is that you open way more options. And to be very honest, guys, it's just a few more weeks. You get an extra qualification out of that, if that's what you want. If you want to pursue a real career in the fitness industry, you go towards the Cert 4 and you open up a lot of options there. Before that, it's good to understand one thing. 70%, I said 70% of the graduates in the fitness industry, in the Cert 4 in fitness, they struggle to stay in the industry after 6 months. Why is that? That is not because they are not good. However, it's good to understand, and it's good to mention that the course gives you only the basics. It's like giving you a driver's license. You can drive, it doesn't mean you drive well, and doesn't mean you can go 4-wheel driving around. But when you have your Cert 4 in fitness, you need other skills to be able to make the most out of this industry, especially as a personal trainer and going solo. Why do I say that? I say that because, as I mentioned before, this industry is very capitalist. You either make the sale or you are out. Simple as that. So, what do I do then? Basically, let's understand the overview. If you are a personal trainer, let's take it as the most traditional personal trainer you can think of. The guy in the gym. The gyms, guys, they have a setup where they charge very low, or they try to charge as low as possible from the members, and they offer no service at all. Okay, so this service is responsibility of the personal trainer, who sometimes will run a couple of free sessions, and with those free sessions the gym is hoping that they will sell further sessions to that client, to that member, and then hopefully the member is looked after and he's paying a good amount of money for the personal trainer. The personal trainer, him or herself, in turn has to pay rent back to the gym so they can still run a business. So it's like a chain reaction. The member signs up and the personal trainer goes there, takes money from the member, who brings the money back to the gym. I don't like this setup. The reason why I personally don't like this setup is because I think the service to be provided to members in a gym is restricted to a very small amount of people who can pay for personal training services. And this is the reason why in Australia you see a number of people exercising in the wrong way, which I personally feel bad about it. Okay. Also, you might want to understand now why a lot of gyms employ young personal trainers. And when I say young, it's not in terms of age, but in terms of young in their careers. And they are not prepared for the industry. They end up struggling or not running the best quality of sessions. That's because the gym, also some of the gyms, needs to hit a target on pushing through the pipeline as many personal trainers as they can, because personal training rental is also a source of income for those gyms. And that's why I say that this industry in Australia is very capitalist. And if you are a personal trainer paying a rent, you gotta be able to sell on the spot. And if you're not able to sell, means you're gonna have overheads, and at the end of the day you may end up leaving the industry because everything is too much. You can't cope with that. Yes, some gyms, they offer mentorship and they offer this, they offer that, but the reality is that some gyms that charge $300 or $400 a week as a rent is just, in my opinion, overpriced. Okay? In having said that, if you work in a gym, you need to be able to sell. And to be very honest, guys, by the time you do 30 sessions a week, 25 sessions a week, or 35 sessions a week or more, you don't really care how much you're paying in rent. However, it's good to understand that if you don't make it good amount of sessions, then obviously that rent is relatively high and will eat a good margin of your profits as a personal trainer. Then you can go solo. What solo means? Well, in my opinion, you have to go solo anyway, okay? Because when you're personal training in a gym, even when you're established, you're running a business. So you're kind of half of the time a personal trainer, half of the time you are a business owner, okay? Because you own your own business. And going solo is no different, okay? So one of the only differences here is if you go really solo, you can personal train people at the park. You can personal train people at your own garage, at their garage, at their home gym, and in your home gym. Or you can also personal train people in their apartment buildings when there is a gym available, wherever you want, as long as you can train them. You might put a lot of equipment in your car and go training people outside. This, by the way, is one of the best and most profitable way of being a personal trainer, being a mobile personal trainer. It's very simple. You don't need a lot of equipment, and you just go and train people wherever, okay? So going solo from fitness assessment is a little bit different than fitness consultations and fitness tests. Fitness assessment, it may include a little bit more of the measurement side of things, and also the body fat percentage, the skin folds. You can do skin folds in here. And if you want to enhance your skills, You can do functional movement analysis, skeletal or posture analysis as well. All those things that we honestly teach on Cert 4, but you give them an introduction, you know, like you need, when you see one of those units where you have to do postural assessments, you still need to study further if you want to get into that. However, there is a good introduction on the certificate for in fitness. You can write periodizations, which means long-term programs for your clients. You can go towards the strength and conditioning as well, and other niches too, because now you can monitor the client on a regular basis. You can be with them 2, 3, 4 times a week. You can be a very close person to that client, and you can be someone who will genuinely assist them very closely. Whereas on Cert 3 in fitness, you kind of can't have all that responsibility. Okay, other niches as well, such as fat loss, such as older population, such as a younger population, and these kind of things are also something that you can explore around your Cert 4 in fitness. Okay, so here are some of the options that you can have in these industries and how you can make the most out of it. Most out of this Cert 3 and 4 in fitness, what you can expect from that. Very straight to the point, no bullshit. If you are to do one or the other, or even both, you know where to explore, you know what to do, and you know what to expect as well. That's it, guys. I hope you liked the video. So subscribe to the channel as we are developing much more content towards, again, helping personal trainers or aspiring personal trainers to make the most out of this industry. I see you next time. Thank you.